Mario.
You,
No,
yeah,
the
yeah.
whole
You
new
like
ball
the
game, right? A whole new
you
ball game.
you like the heat?
The heat that wasn't so hot. Where was it hot?
Oh, I went to the Citadel, the shopping center.
We went to the beach. It was beautiful at the beach.
Oh, it was 104.
At the city, really?
Well, my car was that.
Wow. No, we went to the beach. The beach was very nice.
Yeah, where? In Santa Monica?
A little farther north, it's called Temescal Canyon.
Oh, I
The,
know what
re-
that is.
yeah, the reason we go there, the bathrooms are very close.
Oh, that's very important.
It's the most important.
But in the Citadel, the bathrooms
Yeah.
are plentiful and they're cleaned all the time.
Oh, really?
There must be 30 stalls in the men's. In one of them, there's two
It,
bathrooms.
it's an interesting building. It used to be a tire factory, I think.
Yeah, the company I was working for, the clothing company, wanted to buy it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, but
That
then
was
they
very
realized
cool.
it wouldn't have been practical. It was
Not practical.
too
Uh-huh.
big for us.
Yeah, it's a very big building. Svika's right around the corner, no?
Sorry?
Svika's factory is right next door.
Very
Yeah,
near. Yeah, I
yeah.
don't know exactly where. I went once, but I don't remember
I
exactly.
think it's like behind it a little bit. Yeah.
Hmm.
But to go on the five freeway drives me nuts.
Oh, today was
Even today too?
going. Coming, it was a bit fast. It took me like
Yeah.
an hour to go. It's
Uh-huh.
only 12 miles.
Yeah, yeah. How's Icho doing?
Okay,
Yeah, what's he
okay.
doing this summer? He's traveling?
No,
No?
no, but it's coming in for Yontes.
Because I heard Zvika went to Switzerland now.
Oh,
After
yeah?
this, after this trip, so he was in Spain, and then he was in Hungary and Czechoslovakia. And now he went to Switzerland with his sister.
Oh, he went to count the money in the bank. When my cousin goes there once
Not
a
a joke.
year,
Not a
when
joke.
my cousin goes to there once a year, she goes to the bank,
Yeah, she goes to
basically.
the bank.
Yeah, but they've had accounts for 60 years there.
Oh, a serious account.
Yeah. But
But there's no.
I had my grandkids, they came for brunch, and
Yeah.
one of them was in Italy for
Oh
10
yeah.
days.
Oh, you told me. Yeah, he went to Italy, so it was very
He had
hot.
a fabulous trip. Fabulous.
Listen, you're
And
young in Italy.
the
What
other
can you
one, the other
do?
one was a week in Israel and then
Uh-huh.
10 days in Monaco. A friend of his from school
Yeah.
lives there now.
No way.
Yeah, but
That's it.
they actually live in the French side, on the
Uh,
side. But
I was thinking maybe the friend has a sister for him. Would be good.
I told him that.
Hello, Ernie. Shalom Aleichem.
Hey, Ernie, welcome
Shalom
back.
Aleichem, everybody.
How are you?
I'm good.
How was it?
When did you land?
We landed at 11 o'clock this morning.
Wow, you're so fresh.
Well, you got a lot of koyach, huh?
I slept.
Uh-huh.
It was a flight from Amsterdam, so it was 9 hours.
Yeah.
I slept a good, I don't know, 5, 6 hours. So
Uh-huh.
okay, trying to stay up.
Did you
nine
wear
hours
shoes?
only?
9 hours and 45 minutes. You go over the North Pole.
Right,
Yeah, yeah,
right.
yeah.
Did you wear a jacket?
Yeah. Harold.
And
I
so
heard Svika
Biden,
went to
meanwhile,
Switzerland.
meanwhile, I land and Biden is out.
I know. Yeah, you leave the country, look what happens. You can't leave anymore.
It's not good
But
for Trump.
I'm
Trump
not
was a
sure.
lot better. Trump was a lot better against Biden.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if he's going to be against Camilla Rosa because I think that Michelle Obama is going to step in. You'll see. They haven't endorsed them. They're too smart, those guys.
It's a big mystery. No one's, it's
Yeah,
still up in the air.
they running this country, the two of them anyway, or he is anyway. So
Obama?
he's not.
Yeah.
I think it'll create too many divisions.
Yeah, but he doesn't care. They'll raise $1 billion in one day with her there. They don't care. You don't understand. Those guys are too smart.
Maybe that would be terrible.
Mm. 24.
We're dealing with the struggle between Rav and Karov. If we're talking about a majority, do we look when we're trying to deal with the Metzias of something? Is it based on was there a majority or was it closer? So if you have two birdhouses in a vineyard road, because the Isa de Asi. Okay, so we said birds in the rest of the world is a row. But even the Medari Lamotziasi, remember, they're not flying, they're hopping, we said. As long as they can see their nest, they can hop. Low. Once they're beyond, they can't see the nest, they don't hop anymore. So this goizel that is found hopping, it can only have come from one of these two birdhouses. We go after Rov and not Korov. Blood in the vaginal canal. Sveiko tome. We don't know for sure what it is. It's just a suffix. Well, it could be coming from two places. The uterus, which is a mokum tome. Shechaskosum in a makor. The avagav the ika aliyah. Aliyah is the bladder, which also opens up into the vaginal canal. The mikrova, it's close. So we go after Rov because the Rov is the uterine blood. Amrla Rava, that's Rov umotzoi ka'amrit. It's not just Rov, it's also more prevalent. Everyone says Rov umotzoi leklamanda omar, that you don't go after Rov over Korov. But we want an example of Rov only, not motzoi. The Tanu Rav Chia Dama Nimtza Beprostor. Blood in the vaginal canal. And according to Rav Chia, we view it as mamish nida blood. And therefore, Chayav, if you have relations, B'shogeg, you would get, or B'mezid, you get kores. B'shogeg, you have to bring a korban chatas al bias migdash. If you walk to the base of migdash b'tumah. And if the woman touched truma, sorfin alav as a truma, not, if it's only suffix, you wouldn't burn it. Now, on the other end, we're going to bring opposite. Damar Rava, Shmami no Rav Chia Tlas. We learn three things from this Rav Chia. Shmami no Rava Korov, alachachar Rov. We go after Rov, as opposed to proximity. Shmami no Ruba Doraisa. Rov has a status of Doraisa, like we burn truma that she touched. Shmami no Isl Rav Chizda. Isl Rav Chia. Darav Zera. Abba Mishadaltos Medina Neulos. You have a city. Most of the city sells kosher meat. Abba Mishadaltos Medina Neulos. And we lock the gates of the city at night. The meat is permitted. Because we assume that even if you find it in the street, that the meat fell from somebody that came to the city, which is majority Jews. and we compare it to Aisha, the Chidatos Medina.
I don't understand even if you lock the city at night, if it should be if you lock the city at night, then it should be kosher. What is
It
it?
is.
Yeah, but it says even if you lock the city. It doesn't say exactly. Even if you, it's a strange lotion.
Right. I would say
Even if you lock,
Chidatos Medinas Nulos. Like you would think the opposite.
right?
Yeah.
Right. So I don't understand why.
Well, because you don't have to worry about the second rove coming in from other places. Because it's been locked.
Yeah, but you don't have to worry about the second rove coming if you lock it. If you don't
Right.
lock it.
Right.
If you don't lock
None.
it, then you wouldn't say, why would it say even if you lock it?
You don't need a multiple rubos in a case where you lock the city. Okay, we don't say you need multiple rove. One rove was enough.
Yeah, but
And
that's
Gemara is comparing an Isha to a case of Daltos Medina Neulos Damya. It's only one rove. We still go after rove. You don't have two roves. Rove of what's in the city and rove of the people coming from outside. It's only one rove. Same thing with a woman. Only one rove. You were the one who told me that if it's rove and prevalent, there is nobody who says we don't go after rove. Rava went against that. He switched his mind. We go after rove no matter what. Itmar. Chavis Shetzofa Benar. You have a barrel of wine floating in the river. Is this Yayin Nesech? Is it kosher? Amarav. Nimtzis Kneged Yeshua B'Yisrael Mutter. If you find the barrel floating in the river next to a Jewish city, you're allowed to drink the wine. Kneged Yeshurubim Nochrim. If the barrel is found floating opposite a city that's majority goy, Masira. Shmuel Amar Filu Nimtzis Kneged Yeshua B'Yisrael Asira. Because Emer Ma'ai Dekra Asi. Maybe it came from that goyish place, which is Rov Goyim. Lemer Rav Chanina Kamiflgi? Does Rav Chanina argue the Mar is slayed Rav Chanina, Mar less slayed Rav Chanina? More says low. The Kula Ame Isla Rav Chanina. Rather, the Mar Sovar, Im Isa the Mahai Cross, so if it floated down from the goyish city, Akulip Shavim et Baile. We would see in the streams, or it would have overturned it. So it's much more likely that the barrel just came from the local city, not that it floated down from a far place. But Shmuel will Omar Savar, Charif Dinar Naket Vasing, no, the river current is strong and was able to bring it down. A jug of wine was found in an orchard of grapes of the first 3 years prohibited orla. Shari Ravina permitted the barrel of wine. We don't assume that it's coming from that vineyard which has orla in it. Why? We go after the majority of kramim that are not orla, and not after karov. Shani Hasam, the migdiv minei atznu b'kavelo mitzni. If somebody had stolen from that kerem, they wouldn't necessarily hide it in that kerem. They would hide it somewhere else. So perhaps that's a right that this barrel was taken from somewhere else. Hadamili chabra, that's yayin. Because we don't hide wine in its original vineyard. Aval in vimatze, but grapes, you would hide there. There were these jugs of wine that were found between the grapes. This was a Yisrael Dika place. Sharnu Rava, and Rava permitted it to be drank. Lema lo sarla krochanina, that we go after Rov, and maybe Rov is goyim. Shani Aslam, the Ruba de Shvucho Yisrael Ninu. People who drop or lose volumes of wine from a barrel that's mainly, and put them into flasks with Jews. Hanimili Baravarvi. These are big jugs. If they were small jugs, maybe we would say it's from passer buyers. Passer buyers might be going. If there were some big jugs there, they may have also felt from a big donkey that was traveling through. So it's not absolute that it's permitted. Mishnah. If you want to plant a tree, you got to distance it 25 amas from the city. Uvechrov shikma, with a carob or sycamore, which has a lot of leaves, 50 amma. Abishol omer kol ilin srak, a non-fruit bearing tree, marchikin 50 amma. V'ma'ir kodma, the city was there first, and then later on you planted this tree, koitzitz. Someone from the city can cut it down. And ein anosim domim. And you don't have to pay the owner of the tree. Im Elon Kodam, if the tree preceded the city, koitzitz, you cut the tree, but the noise in the bal of domim, but you pay the owner. Sov exec kodam, koitzitz ve'ein anosim domim. We're not sure what came first. You're allowed to cut the tree down, you don't pay any money. Because a motzim mechaver love a right, there's no right in this case. My time of, why do we move a tree 25 amas away? Amar ula mishum noya'ir. We want to leave the regions in front of the city open. We want to be able to see the walls of the city. Here, if you have a tree, it's going to cover the view. For the more of a tepuk lay, why don't we learn from another halacha? In oisin soda migrash, v'lo migrash soda. You have to leave an open area. We have that in the chumash. Once you planted the trees in this migrash, you violated this prohibition. Lo tzricha l'Rav Eliezer. Shomer oisin soda migrash soda. He held you could. Aval hacha mishum noyair lo avdina. To beautify the city, we don't plant it so close to the wall. Maybe when we say you don't make the migrash, which was the open area from the city, a field, that's a field with seeds. Maybe beautiful trees, maybe you would allow. And to be able not to view the wall clearly, but it's shaded with trees, it's lack of noise. Umanat Taimra, the shiny benzor li'alonos. Where do we see that we differentiate between planting seeds or planting trees? The Tanya. You have a corral, more than 5,000 square amas connected to a house. This fence is for the people living there. So it's like Rosh Hashanah, you can carry there. Nizra Rubo, if this area has been seeded, Areu Kigin of you can't walk there. It has a din of a carmelis. Nita Rubo, if the majority of this area was more than 51%, Areu Kachotzer Mutu. It's like a chotzer and you're allowed to walk there. If the city was there first, the tree later, you have cut the tree down and you don't pay money. Maishna bor, by a bor, diktoni. I'm teaching right now, Lisa. Okay, bye. Maisha Gabi Bor Diktoni. A person plants a tree next to a bore. Point says. Vin Noitzen Domim. The owner of the bore has to pay for what he cut down. Maisha Diktoni cut his vein Noitzen Domim. Here you cut it down, you don't get paid. Amrav Kahana. It's a dish without any cook goes bad, means someone's got to be responsible, right? A dish of partners is not hot, it's not cold. Something doesn't belong to one person, it belongs to multiple people. No one person is responsible for it. Since this is the city is something that they all have to deal with, there isn't one person that has to be made to pay for cutting down the tree of the guy. So Umay Kushya, what was the kasha? Dil Mashani Azekid Rav Mezekid Yachid? What damaging the public is worse, is different than damaging a Yachid? In Echlami, it's so. There is no damages to pay the Rabbim. Eliyatmar, the Rav Kahana, of Sefer Itmar. That Ima'il and Kodam, if the tree was there first, it's for nice and dumb. You cut it down, but you pay him. V'lema lahu, why doesn't the owner of the tree say to the city, have a liberation dummy give me my money and I'll cut it down? Because nobody's going to end up doing it. Like we said, they're all in the same boat. We don't know whether the tree came first, the city came first. You cut it down, you have to pay. If it's a suffix by a bore, we don't cut it down. Make its coin. We know the tree was there way before the bore. So the board, you can't cut the tree down. It's not permitted to. And Svekonami, law and Rena like coats. We don't tell them cut it. Divided to make its coin. In the end, it'll be cut. Even if it was before the city. It's a suffix, he has to pay for it. So Svekonami, I'm Rena like coats. Here also we say cut it. The Imishum Dmei, he's trying to collect money for the tree that was cut down. I'm really, I see right for Shokal, you bring proof. Which one is which? It's a suffix, which came first. So that's why they get off that pay. Mishnah. Tomorrow we'll learn at 8:30. Marchikin Esagorin. This is a place where they threshed wheat. So if you have a gorin kavua that belongs to the city, you move it away from the city, chamishim hama. You're going to end up throwing it into the wind, and the chaff is going to blow. We don't want that to damage the people of the city. Also, lo yasa adam gorin kavua v'toch shalom. Elam ken yesh lo chamishim hama chol ruach. To build a threshing floor on private property, you have to have 50 amos around it. Umarchik mitioso shel chavero umenir. You have to keep it also away from plantings of your neighbor or a field of your neighbor. So it shouldn't do damage. Now, Maishna Resha, they gave a certain shir achaka, Umaishna Seifa, where there was no shir given. As long as Bichtesh Lo Yazik, the Seifa said. Amar Abaya Seifa Asan, the Goren Shene Kavua. It's a temporary Goren. Even so, you have to separate it, like the Mishnah said. What does that mean? v'retech. You don't separate the wheat from the chaff with a special kli. You do it with a different. You throw it in the wind blows it. Rav Ashi Yomer b'chdei shelo yazik. It's not a time, it's not a distance, it's a thought. And it's matam kamer, matam shmachikin gorin kavum min ha'ir chamishim amma. Why do we keep a gorin 50 amas from the city kedei shlo yazik? So it shouldn't do damage. Meisvei. Machikin gorin kavum min ha'ir chamishim amma. You keep the gorin, a fixed gorin away 50 mama. Kshesh machikin min ha'ir chamishim amma, kach machikin mitluav min keshuav mit Yosef. You got to keep it away from cucumbers, other vegetables and plantings, and from his plain field, 50 yom. He's explained Lashon the Mishnah that there's no difference in the shear, beginning or the end. You have to separate at least 50 yamas for everything. El Abaya Kasha. Abaya had a different 45 kasha remains a kasha.
I don't understand. Nothing in the cities. You're not allowed to have trees. You're not allowed to have the gore. You're not allowed to have anything in the cities. Everything has to be out of the city. So what do they have in the city? Just houses and fields?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
They did not want like London, pollution.
But you
Very
don't.
very early environmental.
You think you would have trees? You think you would have
You
trees?
need trees, yeah. To
Trees
clean the air,
be-
you need trees.
We
Wow,
said
wow.
in the area in front of the city wall, they wanted that free so you could look at the city wall's beauty.
Yeah, so it looks
Planting a
nice.
tree there interviewed with the view.
Uh-huh.
Okay, we'll stop here.
Okay, see you later.
See you at
Okay.
8:30 for the Navi Shir.
Okay. Anybody coming to Mincha or any?
God willing. What time is it?
7:40, I think.
And where is it?
It's by Marty.
Marty. Okay, God willing.